Hugh Hewitt Show. Welcome back, America. It's Hugh Hewitt, joined by United States Senator Tom Cotton. Good morning, Senator. I do not think your state is in the path of Sally, but I'm sure you're telling everyone to make sure to stay abreast of the weather news.
Yeah, Hugh, it's good to be on with you. Fortunately for Arkansas, we're not, but it does look like our friends in the Gulf Coast, Louisiana and Alabama and Mississippi are going to get a lot of rain in the next couple of days ahead. So we'll be praying for all of them that the rain and the flooding there is not too bad in terms of property loss and certainly loss of life.
Let me talk to you about two things, Senator. Tom Tillis, your colleague, is in a race against a guy named Cal Cunningham. They had a debate last night. Cal Cunningham said he would hesitate to take the vaccine. That's another anti-vaxxer. You noted that Kamala Harris had thrown doubt on the vaccine. This is so irresponsible of Democrats. I cannot even begin to tell people how irresponsible. We need to get 70% of America to take this vaccine. What do you make of people who run for office casting doubt on the vaccine we need to take?
Well, Hugh, first off, let me just say about North Carolina. You said that Tom Tillis is in a race. I believe after last night's debate, it may be better said that Tom Tillis was in a race.
Perhaps.
Because Cal Cunningham just disqualified himself from serving in the United States Senate by throwing in with anti-vaxxers. There are 10 million North Carolinians who, once this vaccine is thoroughly reviewed and approved as effective and safe, should get it for their benefit and for the benefit of those around them and their families and their communities. As Tom Tillis pointed out last night, it is the height of irresponsibility to call into question the very capable scientists and researchers that we have working at places like the FDA and pharmaceutical companies, not just here, but around the world, to give us what the world needs. It just goes to show that Cal Cunningham will say anything to get elected, and I think the people of North Carolina will realize that after last night.
So let me move to the second question. You have deployed in the Middle East. You've fought in combat in the Middle East. Today, the president presides over two peace treaties, Israel and the United Arab Emirates, Israel and Bahrain. This is a historic milestone, and I don't think people are paying attention, Senator. Do you?
It's an incredibly historic moment, Hugh. This is the first time in 26 years that there's been a peace accord between Israel and an Arab nation, and there are going to be two of them with the United Arab Emirates and Bahrain, something that President Trump helped broker in the span of just 3 weeks. This will help bring greater stability, peace, and prosperity to the Middle East, which is so important, not just for the people of Israel, the UAE, and Bahrain, but so important for the United States as well, as we begin to focus more and more on the threat of a rising China. To have more countries in peaceful accord with our closest ally in the region, Israel, is a great thing for America as well. So I commend the president, and I would say that he certainly deserves those two nominations for Nobel Peace Prizes. If Barack Obama had done something like this, he might have actually deserved the Peace Prize he got.
Yeah. Okay, Senator, last question. It is becoming obvious, based on the Washington Post reporting and the polling, that President Trump has made inroads into the Latino vote, significant ones. He's tied with Joe Biden in Florida among Latino voters. Hillary Clinton won that demographic by 27 points in 2016. To what do you attribute this? Does it have something to do with the Black Lives Matter movement, its radicalism, the response to it, or is it because of the construction trades booming? What do you put this Trump Latino poll to?
Hugh, I think it's the fact that the president helped the American worker and American business build the strongest economy that we've had in my lifetime. Now, we got knocked down by the pandemic, but we're coming back. We're back. If you look at economic growth and job growth over the last 4 months, all of those Hispanic voters, whom are first-generation immigrants, know that President Trump is the one who will help them build a strong economy that they saw as recently as February, in which working-class voters, people who work hard all day long, work on their feet, and work with their hands, were seeing their wages increase at faster rates than at any time in our lifetime. They also know that President Trump's immigration policies will help them continue to see steady growth as opposed to flooding our markets with unskilled and low-skilled labor that will be competing with them and bidding down the wages they can earn in the marketplace. I think Hispanics recognize that Trump has delivered on his promise for working-class voters, them get their share of our prosperity, something that had not been happening in recent years under the Obama administration.
Last question, Senator. Do you see that Latino bump in races like Martha McSally in Arizona and Joni Ernst in Iowa, which has a significant Latino population, and all of your Susan Collins in Maine, not as many, but do you see it helping your Senate colleagues as well?
I think that my Senate colleagues are benefited from it because we, in concert with the president, whether it's cutting taxes, regulations, or controlling immigration, to deliver those long results for working class all across.
Senator Tom Cotton, always a pleasure. Thank you, Senator. And all you folks in Sally's path, just be aware, especially my new friends in Panama City, listening on 101, the information station, FM 101 in Panama City. Just keep your boots on and your eyes open and listen to the National Weather Service. It's going to be a monster rainfall. Some tidal surge, but just a monster rainfall. Will bring you up to speed tomorrow morning on where it has gone and where it has moved. Very slow storm, gathering some strength. Some of these hurricanes can strengthen very quickly. Please be aware, if you're in Mississippi and Florida, that it's coming towards you. And I'll be back heading your way along with Dwayne and Adam, Harley and Ben tomorrow morning on the next Hugh Hewitt Show.